Greg Steube joins us now. Clearly, big political problems for the Democrats, sir, as the economy is basically number one on the talking points. Do they have any explanation to the voters, sir, about what's going on?
No, and you preface this in your monologue. They're already starting to blame Republicans because they know that we're going to take the House back when inflation is going to get worse because of the decisions that the Biden administration and the Democrats have made over the last 2 years. He's already saying, well, if Republicans get elected and take the House, inflation is going to get worse. He's right. Inflation is going to get worse, but it has nothing to do with the fact that Republicans are taking the majority back. It has everything to do with the policies that this administration has made and the Democrats controlling the House and the Senate that have dumped trillions of dollars on our economy. They've spent an additional $4 trillion on top of a CR, on top of the budget, which is more than what we take in every single year, which is only $3.5 trillion. So we've spent like 8 to 10 trillion in a year where we only have 3.5 that we bring in.
So, Congressman, a lot of Republicans are running on like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Most people want, and I'm one of these people, we just want you to stop all the nonsense. Just put a stop on it, slam on the brakes. Does this new Republican Congress potentially coming, do they have the gall to just shut down the government and say no?
Well, and yes, and we absolutely should. And we're going to have more conservatives that are going to get elected, and it's going to drive that conservative agenda. But absolutely, we are going to shut down what the Biden administration is trying to do, especially if we get the House and the Senate. But even if we just get the House, the purse strings come from the House. So every appropriations bill comes from the House of Representatives. And if we have the majority there, we can control and gain policy objectives through the appropriations process and shut down the government on issues that Americans care about in 80%. Immigration, crime, all these kind of things. Joe Biden will do nothing but want to shut down the government if we don't give him money to allow illegal immigrants to come into this country.
I mean, it seems simple enough. That's exactly what music to my ears. But as we mentioned earlier, this Rasmussen poll shows the top issue for voters is inflation and the economy. And Democrats, they are still beating this abortion drum, which, by the way, has not been banned. It was just given back to the states under the 10th Amendment. It's almost like they embrace democracy or something. Why is the Democrats still using this as their single issue?
They think that abortion is going to win the day for them, but what they're doing is they're only talking to Democratic females. They're not talking to the rest of the electorate out there that obviously, based on that Rasmussen poll, which obviously isn't a far-right conservative poll, people care about what they're paying at the pump. People care about what they're paying at the grocery store, at Walmart, and all these other places that are impacting their everyday life to put food on their table for their children, to be able to provide for their families. That's what people care about. And they know that the Democrats have the House, the Senate, and the White House over 2 years. And these disastrous policies have got us exactly where we are in the economy. And so that's going to be driving voters in November, as it should be.
But, Congressman, maybe just level with me here. How in the world, what person is sitting there at home and be like, you know what? I can't pay for gas. I can't pay for steak. My eggs are up. My 401k is tanking. But you know what? I am so mad about abortion rights. Like, what normal person thinks like that?
No, it's your far left Democrats that's their number one issue, and they wouldn't be voting for Republicans anyways. So you're fighting over those that are in the middle. You're fighting over independent women. You're fighting over suburban women. And those type of people are not going to vote for a party that wants crime on our streets, allowing illegal immigrants to come in, that prices are above everything, that are allowing biological males to compete in collegiate athletics with their daughters. Those are the type of things that Americans in the middle care about, and those are the type of things that have driven far left with the Democrats in control.
Yeah, Congressman Greg Steube, you make far too much sense, sir. We appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Coming up, quid pro quo Joe, Saudi